welcome back to Braggers Gaming. I'm Gamer Braggers, and this is Medieval Dynasty. In the last episode, we got the well set up, and we did some hunting. What time are we? It's 7:45. So daylight is running out. We're okay on food, but we are going to need more. We've got our thing. Right, what do we need? We need sticks, so we can make another trap, which is probably something we want to do, but I'm thinking we go up to where we first came into the valley. In fact, we grab a couple more sticks, then we can make a couple of traps. Well, I don't really want to go too far away. White-tailed eagle. Okay. Right, so if we just come here. Oh, I can only have the one. Well, that sucks. Okay. It's really dark. Funny that. Okay. Well, I was hoping we might be able to catch something else, but seeing as we've only got the one trap, there isn't a whole lot we can do. So we'll head home, we'll sleep for the night. And then I think what we'll do in the morning is we'll go and talk to Dobriniga. There we go. Okay, so it's morning. Let's see if we've got anything in our trap. Ah, yes. I thought I saw a rabbit as well. Okay. So we do need to make another trap. So I am going to put one down. I'm going to put it up here by these trees. or not? Okay. See, I don't know what I can do with unripe berries. I think it's about to start raining. Okay. Okay. That's dried meat. Roasted meat. Have we got 4 of them? Okay. And then we need some water as well. There we go. Okay, so let's go and... Oh, we've got 2 quests, but let's go speak to Broniger. Who is up here? Is that her? Hi, you're Dobroniga, right? Nice to meet you. I'm Rasamir. That's right, nice to meet you too, Rasamir. What brings you to me? What brings you to me? Hunger, thirst, and Unigost. Sounds like a true trinity of misfortune. Hunger and thirst I can easily fix, but my husband's doing might not be as effortless to revoke. What has he done now? Would you believe that he dared to welcome me, a total stranger, as one of his own? Even offered guidance and nourishment. It's shocking. That maniac! I like you already. Here, grab the best food this lousy joint can offer, and tell me your story. There's nothing much to say really. I've just arrived at the valley looking for my uncle, the Orden. Didn't expect to be done searching so quickly, to be honest. Oh yes, he was Unigost's friend. I remember now hearing that he had eyes just like yours. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay, I don't even remember him really. Most I know about him is from my mother's stories. She always looked up to her big brother, loved him furiously even when he stopped visiting. Excuse me, a lot of people did from what I've heard. There was something special about him. Yeah, tough shoes to fill, huh? The only shoes that you need to worry about filling are your own. Every man is the architect of his own fortune. There you go, true words to take to heart. Or something. Thank you for saying that. It's what I needed to hear, but let's not talk about me anymore. What's your story? I was part of a travelling band of troubadours. I've never managed to learn how to play any instrument, but I was pretty decent with my singing. Our travels brought us to the valley not long after the death of your uncle. I still remember seeing Unigost for the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Jordan wasn't just his friend, he was a part of him. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Unigost's presence that I simply knew my place was by his side. You probably noticed the age difference. No, not really. What, are you implying that I look old? Nothing of sorts. Anyway, so it looks like you were anchored here by love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that. Or blindness, or stupidity, poor judgment maybe. Whatever sounds best to you. Pretend all you like, you fell hard for the grandpa with sad eyes and you know it. I did. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else, yet I can't imagine breathing without him now. But no, don't let me go all soft on you. You surely got some places to go. It was a pleasure talking to Veronica every second of it. Here, I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs a coin these days. I really appreciate that, but I'm not looking for a charity. I'll manage. Oh, come on, don't try to be a hero. Men, alright, do something for me then. It won't be a handout. Just your first pay. That I can agree on. What do you need? There's a farmer in the village called Jarrow. She usually supplies the town with rye, but I haven't got anything from her in a while. My stock is almost gone, and you don't even want to imagine what would happen to these people when we run out of beer. Consider it done. While we're speaking of beer, Unigos asked me to grab a couple for us. Of course, here you go. Oat ale. Great, thank you. You promised to tell me some stories about Jordan. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, here's a few more. Haha, thank you. Okay. So... skills... Nothing in skills yet. Journal. Okay. Right, let's go to the farmer. Because she might be able to help. Hello, hello. I've been sent by Drabonic. What for? I've heard that you are the one that supplies rye to the tavern, is that right? So? Are you always that charming to the strangers, or am I special in some way? Forgive me, I didn't mean to be rude, I'm just dealing with a personal issue. Is everything alright? You're not bothering, I'm eager to listen if you'd like that. Well, a long time ago I made a major mistake, and the consequences of that decision are troubling me now. What kind of mistake? Marrying an idiot. Well, I mean... Oh, I'm sure you're exaggerating. Believe me, I'm not. How exactly does his doubtful intellectual prowess trouble you? Last night he was supposed to sell one of our cows in the market. I told him specifically the price he should sell it for. We need the coins, now more than ever. And can you guess what he comes back with? Magic beans! The cow? A handful... I wasn't wrong. A handful of seeds that someone told him were magical. Magic seeds, can you imagine? Moron. Was there anything extraordinary about the seeds? They weren't even seeds! They... Oh wow. It's just a bunch of rabbit droppings. I'm going to lose my mind because of that man, I swear. I would love to say something uplifting right now, but damn. He really does sound foolish. Can I do something to help? Thank you, that's what I needed to hear. There's nothing for you to do, sweetie, but I appreciate the offer. Letting me vent a little was more than enough already. It was a pleasure. Could you tell me more about the rye situation now? Unfortunately, we won't be able to provide rye this time. The crops are all diseased and pretty much unusable. As if I didn't have enough problems already. But don't worry, I ordered the delivery of rye from Rolnica. He should have been here yesterday, actually. Don't know what happened. Nadar usually is very prompt. Maybe you could go see him and check if everything is alright. Okay. Okay. So, what else have we got? So he's over there. That's my little house over there. Okay. Ah. Okay, it's the new quest just in this field. Well, I suppose if we pick up quests, it'll help us. Hi, my name is Rasimir. I'm Alvin. I don't recognize you. Are you new here? I came from the south. I'm looking for a new place for myself where I can start a new life. Good luck to you then. As for me, I'm a farmer. My job is to cultivate fields. In fact, I do the same work every day, year by year. Doesn't it get boring over time? If I were you, I would die of monotony. Of course it bores me. How long can you do the same thing in your life over and over again? But my family needs my help, and I'm doing my best to provide for them. I didn't mean to offend you, I'm sorry. There's no need for you to apologise. I'm a little bit annoyed and short-tempered recently. There's a delicate matter that won't let me focus on my work. What's that, Alwyn? Maybe I could be of some aid. It may seem petty, but I'm really tired of my mother's conflict with Jarrow. Her son Delbor won't leave my little sister Olga alone. I understand. I understand it's just a game for him. After all, when I was his age, I played with de Boromir, his older sister. I pretended to be a knight, equipped with a stick instead of a sword. But anyway, I managed to protect her honour. Like every knight does. It's adorable in its way. Anyway, let's get down to earth. I think he needs something to keep him busy and away from my sister. So that you could work with a clear mind again, huh? It would be nice indeed. I'll see what I can do. Okay. What's that? Okay. Okay, maybe we'll go and speak to Eordan. Oh, Unigust. Hey Unigust, you're looking at the proud house owner from the valley, and I'm back bearing beers. A job well done indeed, alright. Let me wet my throat with this amber goodness and start reminiscing. I knew Eordan for 22 years before he died. He was my best and truest friend. A brother, actually. I remember the day we met as if it was yesterday. I was 25 at the time, living in the big city of Jellenberg, where I was born. You could say I hated that place, but still it was the only home I ever knew. Maybe someday I'll tell you more about that. Anyway, I was forced to take care of my own, so I did, doing the only thing I could do. Stealing. You were a thief? I was, and a bloody good one, if I say. Picking pockets was my bread and butter. I could steal a piece of steak right from your fork, and you wouldn't even notice. It wasn't greed that motivated me, just survival. But I'd be lying if I said I don't know why everyone's Welsh. If I said I didn't enjoy the process. Stealing is a crime, no matter the motivation. I'll say you'll want to wait a bit and hear. Want to wait and hear a bit more before getting all high and mighty on me. I'm sorry, go on. We had an annual festival at Jellenberg. It always brought a whole bunch of outsiders to town. You can imagine what that meant for a man in my profession. I could do a day's worth of work in a matter of minutes. I grabbed a few coins here and there, some jewellery, a pair of new boots. Boots? That's impressive. And then I saw a nobleman with a money bag strapped to his belt. It was basically begging to be set free. I sneaked behind him in the crowd like I did 1,000 times before. Child's play. I gently grabbed the pouch, did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting neatly in my palm. Just needed to turn around and disappear and always, and then wham! What happened? I was punched in the face by what felt like a bull, and I was so shocked I didn't even realise what happened until I hit the ground. My head was pounding, I could barely see straight, and do you know what was the first thing I saw next? Another blow coming? Haha, no, a smile. A big, radiant smile on the face of the man with two different eyes. It was your Uncle Eordan. The one I took for a nobleman. He stuck his hand out, helped me get up, and offered me a beer. Wait, he did realise you were just trying to rob him, right? Of course he did. That's just how Eordan was. You see, your uncle was deadly clever. Smartest man I've ever known, hands down. He could see the world like nobody else. Predict things. He was always at least a dozen steps ahead of anyone else, so on a rare occasion that somebody surprised him, he was intrigued. And he wasn't expecting you? Indeed. Apparently, even despite my failure, I was still the one that came the closest to robbing him, and he liked that. So I'm guessing you accepted his invitation, right? I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of the guy at that moment. So we went. He took me to the most expensive and most crowded tavern in the whole town. Remember that it was the day of the festival. Even entering that place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care, though. In a matter of seconds, we were sitting at the table being served by two barmaids at the same time. It was surreal. In my mind, there was only one explanation. He owned the place. And did he? Not at all. It was his first time in Jellenberg. It all felt like a dream, to be honest, especially with me still being dazed after the punch. I was still sure he was a nobleman. His manners, his clothes, the way he talked and moved. Moved? Moved. And then he chugged a beer like it was a race, wiped the face with his sleeve and burped like a drum. He went from the lord to the savage like that. I relived that moment a dozen times until I realised why he did that. It wasn't a mistake. Oh no. No laziness, no moment of weakness. He wanted me to see it, to understand it. Understand what? That he was full of crap. You see, Rasamir, your uncle was one of a kind. He was a true master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. Imagine a closed door with 2 armed guards at its side, and you want what's inside. What are your options? You can force yourself in, bribe the guards, try to pick a lock. But Jordan, he just holds his head up high, walks right in, and demands the door to be open. You're right. That all sounds surreal. I never knew that about my uncle. My mother's stories were quite different. Because I'm afraid she knew quite a different Jordan than me. Than everybody in the pack. Wait, the pack? Oh dear, Rasamir, there is so much more you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun, but it's getting late. Come on, you can't just leave me hanging like that. Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit more. After that beer we had a couple more, and then some mead if I remember correctly. We were talking about our past, our dreams, convictions, started making some drunken absurd plans. I thought we were joking, to be honest. The next thing I remember, I'm waking up in silk sheets. I'm guessing they weren't yours, correct? Are you kidding? It was the first time I've even touched fabric like that. The ceiling in the chamber was so high it could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming. Then the servants walked in. I was ready to flee. But instead of fighting me, they presented me with breakfast. Really? How come? It was all Jordan's doing. I never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked, he just burst into laughter, even years after. Needless to say, I left Jellenberg with him on that day. The first time I went outside of the town's walls and never came back. That was the day the pack was born, and 3 years later there were 5 of us, a real team, a family we called ourselves, the Reminders. Oh, how I wish I could be there. It all sounds incredible. I've never had adventures like that, and probably never will. Easy, my boy, it wasn't always fun and lovely, but it's a tale for another time. It really did get late, and I'm sure you still have a lot of work to do. Come and find me tomorrow, we'll talk some more. I'll do that. Thank you, Unigos, for everything. Okay. So we've got a quest up there, or over there, or over there. So at some point we need to go over. But I suppose we could take the cart.
How can I help you?
Have you heard anything recent? That's where. Okay. Right. Hang on.
Goodbye.
So. Yeah. So. Okay.
How's life treating you?
I need a ride. Rolnicker 470. I don't have
Goodbye.
any coin, do I? I think, because I left it in the chest back at home. Okay. I mean, we could walk there. Let's go check my trap. Oh, did I get it? Yes, I did. Nice. Too fur, too meat. Okay, and then I think there was something in the trap as well. Yep. Cool. Right, now we've got the hunting lodge unlocked. So let me just come in here. Technology. Survival. Right. hunting lodge. A stone spear, a bow, bird trap, wooden campfire, a badger fur rug. Fun, 3. Right. Not enough coins. Okay. So, is that now something... Hunting lodge. The type of hunting building. Workers employed here will provide resources gathered from hunting. Has the workbench and the drying rack inside. Okay. So that would be quite handy. I might put that next, just behind my house. I mean, it's going to take a little while to get that built up, I think. Okay. Right, 8 logs. Okay. Broadleaf plantain. Because I think we can eat that. Oh no, that's health. Okay. But health is okay at the moment. And another log. Okay. Just to get the foundations in. Okay. Stone axe. Right, we've also got some skill points for hunting. Survival knowledge increases, so that's another more XP. Survival sense, seeing sticks, stones, mushroom, feathers, and herbs in inspector mode. That 10% more health. I'm gonna take that. 25% higher poisoning resistance. I'm using workshop as. Oh yeah. Survival activities. I mean, I'm gonna take it because then we can level up quicker. Okay. So we can get 4 logs from a maple tree. But I think that's all we've really got time for. And then another 8 logs. Oh look. Ah, there we go. So we can now see all of that. Yeah, so that is all we've got time for currently. I'm going to carry on and build this house, this hunting lodge, but I will... Careful of the trees. Because I think we only get 3 logs from spruce trees. Yes, I am going to carry on building this hunting lodge off camera. Because I think that's going to be helpful. I think that's it. Oh no, there's one more there. And I'm going to move really slowly. So, I literally can't move. Okay. Let's... Oh, we got 37 feathers. Sticks. 4.9. There. So yeah, while I carry on building out this hunting lodge, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, ticking the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come and talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, games in general, and I will catch you in the next one. Oh, we're out of stamina. Peace.